you know, 20-30% range. I don't think it's like, you know, 90% for Crazy Raccoon. I think there's past the victory for the Toronto Ultra. You see the players on stage, they're having some fun here before we jump into Liege Tower, just waving at each other. I think, though, for Toronto, if they're going to have a shot, Sugar Free needs to keep playing at this high a level. He has been phenomenal here throughout the event.
I said it to Puggy a minute ago. I genuinely think Sugar Free is one of the best North American players.
Well, that's not what you said.
Time.
You said that Sugar Free is the best North American player of
one
all
of
time.
is
No,
currently right now is the best player in North America.
Currently at the moment.
Currently at the moment. I mean, it's the same thing. Currently and at the moment. All right, the gates have unlocked. Crazy Raccoon in Toronto Ultra. EWC Finals, a lot of prize money in the line, and a lot of keys to be crushed still. Jumbin on the Doomfist map.
Yeah, double flex support backline here for Toronto Ultra. You will have someone playing the Sigma. So the Doom, once again, pass that Sigma shield, you know, cause chaos in the backline, and allow Heesang to just put down some big damage. Let Lip clean it up.
Yeah, point along just a couple of seconds. Toronto Ultra struggling to get over the bridge, but that's a good start. Sugar Free with a kill on Chara.
He has just hit such another level. Like, you know, we obviously know how good Sugar Free is. We cast him a lot, you know, in North America. But to see him come here today, you know, in this event, Toronto Ultra with a point cap first, and level up like this, I think we all knew it was possible, right? He's so extremely skilled. It was just like, when would you kind of see that type of rise? I mean, now doing it in the biggest moment, I think probably the thing that's a little bit surprising.
Winston change for Jimbin, Matt. Genji for Heesang. They do make their way slowly across the bridge. Nano for Shu. Built that up pretty early on, and already Jimbin's found an opening pick onto Merit. We'll see if someone can sustain himself through this fight. It's going to be a hard-fought one, that is for sure, but manages to do it. Jimbin's Nano ends up fading away, but Crazy Raccoon, regardless of them getting only a single kill on Toronto Ultra, still managed to get that point.
Yeah, this is where they want to punish this backline, right? You know, yeah, just screw playing around with that Sigma. Sugar Free still kind of going on a little bit of a rampage here towards the end. They want to just completely ditch that Sigma. Who cares? Just everybody pass the Sigma and make a play for that backline, right? Not a lot of mobility with the Ilari Baptiste.
Sugar Free still alive, of course. Now on the point, forced to recall. Lip with the pulse bomb. Playoff Merit in the building. Headshot on Lip through that window. Sound barrier though. From Choron, hits 3. Dynamite's going to do a fair bit. Same with that window, but Merit now has to be careful. Booted all the way back towards Shu and off the map. Jimbin's Primal Rage, not only finding Merit there, but also finding the Bob. Sugar Free, nothing to say in this fight as Crazy Raccoon continue to hold.
Yeah, this is also putting a lot of pressure onto Merit, right? Close the gap with the Ashe. The Ashe doesn't have a lot of mobility either. Is quick shot to Widowmaker. This is maybe just to get a little cheeky catchment off a spawn and go over to the Cassidy. So Cassidy way sturdier, right? You know, larger HP pool, way harder to take down than Ashe.
Played for Heesang already. See if Shu ends up going for like a Nano Blade, or if it's just going to be applied to Jimbin again. Well, they're going to go in regardless. Oh, Vega cleanly taken out of the skies there by Heesang. I think Vega didn't expect Heesang to save the dash there, but that's a ultimate from the Ilari, all but gone now. No chance to run away there, RuPaul, either. As the Flux comes in, Heesang still out for blood. There's a triple kill for the Genji already in this fight. It's Crazy Raccoon, Matt. Looking to put Toronto Ultra on final fight here. Yeah, I mean, you just have a few players here kind of lurking around for Toronto Ultra. That time it was just Jumbin and Heesang and Choron getting into the backline, getting right on top of Vega, and just letting Lip contest the point, as it'll be Sugar Free Inco moving on to the point, trying to send it to OT. Yeah, Sugar Free still got this pulse bomb. He's been filthy with it so far, but Vega and Merit already dead. Wow, just like that, Matt. That's round over.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it starts off good for Ultra, and then once they switch to this dive, it is nothing happening there for Ultra, where I think he kind of, it's like, hey, we dare you, switch off of this backline, right? You know, playing the Ilari, Baptiste, and Ashe, not a lot of mobility with those characters. They are quite squishy. The thing that they're successful, though, is when teams aren't playing that aggressive, right? You play at that range, you're able to punish. When you're playing Tracer, Genji, Winston, Lucio, I mean, you collapse on those targets in seconds.
It's a slow comp, no speed, and it's quite greedy in a way too, especially on these kind of maps where you need to go quick. I mean, that is just filthy from Heesang. It is quite greedy because you've got no speed and you've got no defensive ultimate either. You're relying on the lamp to save you most of the time from these big ult plays from Crazy Raccoon.
Yeah, and it also has to feel pretty good to force Merit off of Ashe. We've talked about how much Ashe he's been playing throughout this event. So this will be a Junker Queen look here. So the Junker Queen versus the D.Va is a little bit of an interesting kind of matchup, right? Where Junker Queen and D.Va can both brawl. You know, 1v1, probably the best in the tank pool. The Queen wants to just kind of stack up those bleeds.
This is really awkward for Merit, Matt. I mean, look at how close he is to this window. He's got a bit of a sight line here, luckily. Triple headshot onto Jumbin. He's got a very good sight line, but...
Yeah, they just push all the way in. I mean...
They got speed, they just run him down.
You're going to have both supports and Merit here on the backside of things. They're just going to now focus on, you know, tracking these players down.
Nice
that
kills.
is just so clean from Crazy Raccoon.
Nice kills from Lip there. And it's going to be the big problem. Again, you're playing a very conservative comp. You want to play slow, but Crazy Raccoon not giving you any time to do so.
Yeah, and we talk so much, you know, really, we kind of give praise to everybody on Crazy Raccoon, but the support line, right? I mean, Chorong in Shu, so good, you know, as a unit. Toronto obviously knows how good, you know, Chorong is, you know, from that Florida main core last year.
Choose the go. What can I say? All right, Mary, see what you can do on the Ashe at this range. It's going to be tough. I mean, at least Jumbin hasn't got an ultimate yet, but they're going to have to be careful of Shu's window next. Here comes the wrap. This window doing a whole lot of damage. You see Shu putting down that lamp there, making sure everybody survives. He sang first to fall, but someone is getting focused out. Here's the kills from Vega. He's got one onto Chorong, and now it's only Shu and Jumbin left alive. Near this mega health back.
Well, here's the benefit of having someone, right? The Ramatra is better in this mirror than the Junker Queen, right? You would say the Junker Queen has a little bit of advantage over D.Va. In the Ramatra, I don't think the Queen really kind of has that advantage in terms of the matchup, right? Ramatra, once he goes into Nemesis form, can kind of stay in there toe-to-toe with just about anybody.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And the Vortex, too, can be quite annoying for the Queen to deal with. It's kind of a slimmer hitbox on the JQ, but still pretty easy to focus when you got cracked down. Oh, there's one. Two, in fact. A lot of detonations coming in. Oh, not enough overhealth there to save Shu, unfortunately. Lip hits the roll as the pulse bomb was attached to him. Jumbin is on the wrong side of this fight right now, in no man's land. He has to retreat. He does end up hitting the Rampage map, but there's no follow-up because of the Alario.
Yeah, it doesn't really go for anything, as you're going to have Jumbin getting taken out late here, so...
Oh, wait! Vega just shifted into RuPaul, I think.
I don't think they can do anything with this, though. You still have someone sugar-free in Merit here. Chorong will get on, get a touch.
Wally outburst. Little troll, all good. I mean, you say that, Matt, but Lip's already killed one. He's sang another. Oh, dearie me. Expect RuPaul's looking over at Vega there with a dirty look on his face. So Crazy Raccoon get the cap again.
Yeah, and I mean, that's where you see Jumbin come back on the Doom and wants to play quite aggressive. That's going to have Merit going away from Ashe yet again and just trying to punish the greedy backline, right? That double flex support, you know, backline here, you know, with that fast, aggressive style of play as Merit and Co. just trying to find a way to enter towards the point. Lip actually, and it's actually even Hee-Sang up on the high ground, just kind of lurking. Now going to go on a flank.
Annihilation pulled as Hee-Sang, forcing Vega to use that outburst. That window is going to stop someone's ultimate from getting really anything there. So with that Annihilation fading away, this is going to be Lip and Crazy Raccoon's just trying to force Toronto Ultra to do something about this point capture. They're up to 90%, final fight. Captive Sun almost available.
Toronto's going to have to get on, get a touch. It'll be someone on first. It'll be a Deadeye here from Lip trying to zone them out.
Got one skull already. They just need them to peek again. Oh, nice duking there from RuPaul. A Captive Sun does hit in the back line as Vega snipes Shu. I can hear those little sunstroke things happening. There you go. Okay, double kill for Vega, but is it going to be enough? Sugar-Free with a pulse bomb on the point, contesting permanently for Toronto Ultra.
Yes, Sugar-Free has continued his strong play here. In our first map, as it'll be someone moving over to D.Va now. So just a never-ending battle in terms of tank. Who can try and get the advantage here in map number 1?
Right, Hee-Sang forcing Vega away, Jumbin on the Doom. Slowly but surely they are capping. Toronto just let this go for free. Someone couldn't step on. Still 2 DPS ults available though. Merit Rips the high noon, but the sound barrier stops him from really doing much. And now the lamp focused out. Lip more than happy to face him in the 1v1, but someone to the rescue. And now Merit in desperate need of help, but Jumbin takes him down with a slam on the ground. Crazy Raccoon chasing Toronto Ultra off of this point, wanting to secure this first map. There's nothing stopping Jumbin now. A D-mech onto someone will result in the round and the capture for Crazy Raccoon as they start off the finals with a bang.
Yeah, as Crazy Raccoon just gonna pick up where they left off, right? Just been dominating everybody here at this event. They have only dropped one map, which was earlier in the tournament. As they come out here in map number 1, they look great. I also think for Toronto Ultra, I don't think there's any reason to panic just yet, right? You just came off of a long series. Even if you lose, map number 1, that's okay. Here now you get the advantage in terms of being able to pick and also being able to kind of go with the ban here coming up next.
Where are you going in terms of bans in that case? If you're Crazy Raccoon, do you go ahead and ban something like an Ashe that Merit's been so good on?
So I think it's really depending on where we go in terms of map, right? With how much they want to play the double flex support in the backline, I wouldn't be surprised to see something like a Midtown or a Circuit, right? That could also force Sigma into the mix. So I'd be looking at something like that here for Toronto Ultra.
Okay. Well, we'll have to wait and see what they end up picking. We're going to send over to Jake and McGravy down on the stage to give us some insights.
Thank you, guys. Super happy to be here. That's a blistering pace for Crazy Raccoon in map 1, just the way they wanted to get it started. Do you think Toronto can have an answer for this series?
I think they're going to continue to play slow. I think they're really going to struggle. As you can hear from the crowd, Ultra they really want it to happen. I just don't see it.
I think map picks and bans are going to be critical. Pressure on Kasaurus. He has to shape this series and keep his team in the comfort zone. I think if that pace stays hot, Crazy Raccoon looks so good.
Yeah, if I'm trying to Ultra, I'm looking to ban that Lucio potential. We need to slow the game down, get Vega on that Alare. That's where they're really strong.
Yeah, I will say, Toronto, if they can settle in for a long series, right? It's been a long day for them already. But if they can stay calm and stay focused, maybe they can start to get the momentum back in their favor. But this Crazy Raccoon team, they are a juggernaut. I mean, when I look at this squad, I just think like Lip and the supports are like clearly #1 on their roles in the world. And then Keesang and the tanks, I mean, this is a monster of a roster. They're world beaters.
Yeah, I don't think you can really target anyone on Crazy Raccoon. I think you just have to worry about being better as a team, playing to your strengths. And I think you sat on Li Zhang, but potentially need a different look.
Li Zhang could be a bad map, though, for Toronto Ultra, right? Like, that's such a high-paced map. It's a control. It's going to be tough. It's scary because there's probably more hot maps coming in. Flashpoint, potentially Runasapi. But I think you're right. If Toronto can slow things down, that'll be the key. Vega has looked great, right? That's the rookie on the stage here. But he still looks solid, still playing incredibly well, especially on the Alare.
Yeah, I think keep the pressure off of Vega. Keep him that Alare. He got swarmed by the Genji. Keep Crazy Raccoon off of those heroes and let Vega cook.
Couldn't agree more. Well, that's it for us here on the stage. We're going to send it over to the studio, see what Unter and Puckett have to say. What do you guys think the answer is here for Toronto Ultra?
Get Jumbin out of the server, maybe, Unter?
Sounds about right, to be honest. Jake, he's touched on it already with McGravy, but I think trying to lean more into this slow style on the side of Toronto Ultra, that could be the winning ticket here for them. Li Zhang, a very difficult map to play the slow comp, but we could see that they were forcing it. They were really trying to play the Sigma comp, play the double flex.
I haven't seen a Genji all day. Heesang coming out in the opening round, putting on a highlight reel. That was a big highlight for me. What else caught your eye in just the opening 10 minutes of gameplay?
I mean, just terrifying fast comp play from the Crazy Raccoons. As soon as they're on the Lucio comp, they are running over Toronto Ultra. They try to go wide, they try to take risk and get angles, and straight away, this fast, explosive Lucio comp is all over them. Junbin picking the Junker Queen on control center, enabling people to go even faster, catch these wide players. Really good stuff.
Hybrid, Escort, Push, and Flashpoint are all up for grabs if you're a Toronto coach, Kasaurus. So where do you think he's going to take his team? They didn't have great success on Dorado. I don't think we'll see that anytime soon, but they did have nearly a full hold on Circuit Royale. That was a devastating beatdown they put down on Zeta.
Yes, I feel like I'm starting to become a bit of a one-trick in terms of advocating for flat maps, but I think we're going to see it again. We've seen that Toronto Ultra wants to play the Sigma. They want to play the slow comps, so I would not be surprised at all to see them taking us to something like a Midtown, a very flat, angular map, or again, a Circuit Royale where they can play something that they already appear very comfortable on.
Guess what? We're going to Circuit Royale. I had a feeling that was going to be the move. We saw it just one series ago. So if I know it, Crazy Raccoon knows it. So let's talk about bans here. Do you waste your Lucio ban right now, this early in a best of 7?
I don't think so. I think that this map, it's double flex favored. I don't think that you want to waste a Lucio ban on it because I don't think that we're going to see Crazy Raccoon play a Lucio on it. We know that they have the roster depth to throw in Max and to square up in a Sigma matchup. So I think that's what we're going to see.
Crazy Raccoon already has the edge. They're up 1-0. But when it comes to their ban, what are you trying to slow down? Do you remove the Tracer from the equation potentially?
Honestly, I think taking a Tracer out of the map, probably not so important on Circuit Royale. I think we're more likely to see them try and hamper them by maybe taking out the Sigma, taking out something even more essential to their comp, taking out Vega's Illari and putting him onto Zen, something he's much less comfortable on.
I like those calls. With that said, do you protect if you're Toronto? I hear there's going to be a bit of a roster change. That tells me Sigma's probably still in and Jumbin's probably moving out. Let's take a look. Max is here. We're going to see Heesang, Lip, Chorong, and Shu as the starters here for map 2.
I see. Well, if Max is in the lineup, it is probably going to be an off-tank matchup, probably Sigmas at that, and I think you might have been onto something with a protective ban there, because if Toronto protectively bans a support, then again, Vega can stay on his comfort heroes, and that will be perfect for the double flex lineup.
Big decisions being made. The difference? Well, some serious money. 400,000 and 1,000 club points goes to the winner, Toronto Ultra and Crazy Raccoon, the first one to score for their club. This is a very meaningful matchup and a huge battle here in map number 2, especially if you're Toronto Ultra. Last series, we saw it go, whoever picked the map, won the map. Whoever won map 1, though, has won every series that I've seen here on the stage.
Yes, when these series go long, that 7th map, being able to control the pick, it is so valuable. But again, Toronto Ultra, they have the ability to flex all throughout without changing roster. They can change tact at any point. We can't sleep on the flexibility of their tank player, someone. So no matter how down they are, they will never be out.
Underneath all that hair, chat, is one of the biggest brains down under. Hunter giving us his predictions. You can see there is not an empty seat in the Kadia Arena unless you're a VIP. And of course, we've got our map locked and loaded. We're going to Circuit Royale. This is going to be Escort. What do you need to do? Push the payload as far as you possibly can. But it's going to be tough with snipers like Merit and of course Lip on the other side in this map. We've got the Pharah ban, so they went with the DPS ban.
I like this Pharah ban here from Toronto Ultra. We've seen Heesang throughout the tournament causing massive trouble on the Pharah. A huge poke matchup taking place again and again, and this means that it'll be much more difficult for the Pharah to poke. Now, we see a Lucio ban coming out from Crazy Raccoon. I'm very surprised by this. I would have thought that, you know, maybe they were worried more about an Illari on the side of Vega, but they're going to let him have it, and they're going to try and avoid a Lucio comp.
Crazy Raccoon, happy to slow it down. Poke comps, no dive, yeah?
No dive whatsoever in this case, I'd say. Maybe, just maybe, Crazy Raccoon was scared of something a little bit SSG adjacent, you know, a little bit of Symmetra action. Someone is known for pulling out the Reinhardt in the clutch. So maybe they're trying to avoid that by banning out the Lucio. That's something that Vega's very comfortable on.
Is there a May potential from Toronto Ultra? We saw it in the past, Hunter, yes or no?
Probably not. With the Lucio going out, I don't think we'll see a May.
All right, we're keeping it simple. We're keeping it safe. We'll see the normal heroes here from both sides of the stage, I have a feeling. So let's talk about who has the most pressure as the map is loading up.
Toronto Ultra probably has all the pressure on them at this point. Crazy Raccoon, they know that this is a comfortable matchup for them. No matter the matchup, it's something where they're comfortable. So honestly, I think all of the pressure is on Toronto.
We're in the game. Let's send it up to our casters. Jaws, Mr. X, let's go to map 2.
Thank you very much, Pocket. Yeah, map number 2, Circuit Royale, and a ban from Crazy Raccoon, ban of the Lucio. I gotta say, I think that's probably just a protection ban for later on. That's what I got.
I mean, maybe, yeah, I guess so, but I think you probably could have used something like Under was talking about. So you get rid of the Sigma, you get rid of the Illari. It's, no, it seems like obviously Vega definitely favors the Illari over like a Zen, right? And then the Zen is also obviously much riskier. If you're going to commit to that double flex, really make them do it.
TP. Lip looking. Oh, not quite. I like that TP strat though. It avoids the enemy Widowmaker if they're peek and spawn.
Well, we haven't seen this in a bit. Double sniper setup, right? So Widow Hanzo here. So with that far band, they were talking about how that's kind of targeting, you know, Heesang potentially. Is we haven't seen much far at all here from Ultra. So they'll bust out the double sniper. They're going to have a slight advantage here, Jack, in terms of burning down this Sigma shield now.
Yeah, I really like that. Puts a lot of pressure on someone. Does immediately get rocked as Crazy Raccoon near the first corner. Liv not even attempting to take that first shot, but oh boy, is he taking that second one. Vega already dead, but Merit trades it back.
Yes, Vega has to play aggressive right in the Illari, trying to put damage down, but gets hit with a headshot, Merit with another. That's both damage dealers gone.
How did he not get that kill?
I don't think it was charged up. I think he may have like got like 2.
1% more there, I think maybe that's a kill. That is an extremely aggressive peek there by Shu. Proper ego chow on Merit there.
Yeah, he is not worried. I mean, he drops the Immortality field there towards the end. And fights, I don't think they want to give us this position, that's why.
Wow, that's a very early window from RuPaul. Lip in danger. Doesn't end up getting taken out. Vega with the double.
Yeah, I think they wanted to try and get this position back, right? I know Toronto Ultra ends up using the Ant Matrix, pushing them further back, getting control of that bridge there. It's something they didn't want to allow Crazy Raccoon to hold that space, hold that position, and then just move out from there.
Okay, well, we're closing in on 2 fluxes. Max only 10% away. See if this Hanzo can really be the difference maker. Sights opened up from Merit.
I don't think anyone's going to peek this too much, right? Not going to peek Merit with the walls, right? Already so good even without it, but you see that Ant Matrix, that fight win, it's allowed them to push up and take this space. It's going to be flux here from someone.
Oh, RuPaul's dead. Double Storm Arrow to the head from Heesang. There's almost no healing coming through now from Toronto Ultra. And Sugarfree's on the wrong side of the map there. Heesang with 2.
Yeah, that's 2 there for Heesang, and then more importantly, you're going to get this going again for Crazy Raccoon with literally no investment in terms of ultimates, right?
Good headshot there by Liv. Oh, Vega, though, beating him to the punch using that pylon as a little body block.
The pylon pretty strong, right?
It's pretty sick. No, someone's flux there going by the wayside, too. Didn't see that go off. 5 ults for Crazy Raccoon.
Yeah, you see RuPaul there using the life grip in spawn to get somebody closer to the spawn door, then get them out, see if they can maybe get a touch, but I mean, they're going to get a touch. It's not going to be a good one, though.
Dragons on the point, too. Yeah, not going to be a good one at all. Both Sigmas eating the captive sun there. There's a slow bleed out from Toronto Ultra. As Crazy Raccoon secure that first point.
Decent hold, though, from Toronto Ultra, right? They get it very close to OT. Now, Crazy Raccoon, they will push up, take control of this area. They know that Merit's playing around this corner as Sugarfree now over to the Genji. So look at this. This is a little bit of an interesting matchup, right? Sugarfree goes Genji, and Heesang moves away from the Hanzo. Now we'll play an Echo in the sky.
We got to stop peeking these Widows. We really got to stop peeking them. Stick firmly behind your Sigma shield and you will be safe, because if Merit and Lip are on the field, no one, absolutely no one is getting away. Oh dear. Nice little flank there from Heesang. A lamp from RuPaul a little bit later than expected, but pretty heavy burst damage coming out from an Echo. Flux hits, Sugarfree in trouble. Same with RuPaul, who's just going to get focused down. Those spheres just landing. Direct body shots there from Max. And now these kills, if they come in any later in the next couple of seconds, it's going to be disaster for this second point, because Crazy Raccoon, they are hot on the tail.
Yeah, and the Payload is still moving here. It's going to be a nice Immortality field here as Max is pushing up.
Yeah, good luck. Someone could touch, I mean, 0.8 meters, but there's no front line at all. Merit using the lamp to full effect. Even a window has been deployed. RuPaul does manage to kill Lip, but it's just coming down to the... Yeah, it's just coming down to the last stagger kills. Sugarfree eventually finished off as 3.5 minutes now for Crazy Raccoon to cap third.
Max of them just bullied someone and Vega into the corner there, and we're able to just put down so much damage, lock them in. You know, someone trying to fight out that with Vega. The Immortality field comes out to just keep Max topped up. just kind of those staggers. What, it forces Merit to get on, contest the objective. Not exactly what you want with your Widowmaker diving in there head first.
Sights for Lip in about 10. Captive Sun, use Lip, dodging away. Hisang does take a headshot in the end, but someone is already dead. Vega with an incredibly aggressive peek. 5 HP, gets healed up by RuPaul. No one can die here. Vega goes down, or if RuPaul, this is disaster. Oh, and they're going to force it too. There's the Flux, Captive Sun, everything laid on top there is Toronto Ultra. They're just getting scattered to the 4 winds here as Crazy Raccoon continue their assault on third.
Yeah, as soon as he said nobody can die, there was just lots of dying going on there, as it's going to be in for sight here for both the Widowmakers. So Lip trying to seal this one away.
Ooh, good deflect.
This is going to be the someone Flux out of spawn. Doesn't really get anything.
Yeah, doesn't get anything at all. Max holding an off angle too. Hisang, triple support on the field. Double Alari, a whole lot of summons and a whole lot of damage. A 2-minute time bank for Crazy Raccoons. I mean, this is an absurdly quick pace on this map. Normally it's OT, if that. Hard map to finish.
Oh, and it's such a statement as well, right? Where if Crazy Raccoon wins and they just look back at Ultra, it's like, all right, well, what do you want to do? We can beat you fast, we can beat you slow. We can ban a Lucio. Even
how would you like your eggs in the morning?
Yeah, exactly. How would you like your loss to look? Would you like the key put in the trophy or in the totem? What would you guys like?
We'll let you choose where your key is placed, because we win in this.
Oh, I got a feeling for Crazy Raccoon, if they come out on top, this Ultra key's going in there. That Falcons one as well.
Falcons for sure. Been their arch nemesis for a little while now. Oh, he's saying Venture on the defense.
Huh. Okay, so we've seen a decent amount of Venture throughout the tournament, right? Mostly in combination with like Sigma and Zarya-based compositions. So we'll see. Maybe it feels it's a little bit safer to access that backline. I know as compared to like a Tracer here, right?
Yeah, you can use that burrow to get away. Can be hard to lock the Venture down. Very slippery character.
Venture, they also like, obviously regen shields, right? So pretty tanky.
Yeah.
Well.
You don't even have to hit the shields. They end up just getting shields from using the abilities. Merit, grapple shot.
Yeah, it's not like old Doom, right? Where you have to like connect or whatever. It's just by doing.
Yeah. Just by doing things.
Just by hitting your buttons, you're gonna gain shields.
Exactly. There you go. Case in point. Sugar-free on the Genji, trying to match Hisang here. See if Merit can come up with any magic. I mean, Merit, Shy, and Lip have just been unbelievable. Some of the best duels I think we've seen in quite a while on this map over the last couple of days on the Widows. Insane highlight clips, put it that way.
That Lip just looking for Merit.
He's waiting.
Both these Widows just gonna have a little bit of a duel.
Oh, the Widow! Lip. The Widow shot going over his head as he connects one with Vega's.
Yeah, not exactly sure the idea there is to just use Vega as just a meat shield. But
like, hey, look at me! And then we got to get the kill onto Lip,
right, guys,
the thing.
Here's the strat. I'm going to outburst around this corner, and then you peek at the same time. Not exactly sure that's the route.
Lip knowing these grapple spots. Like a true Widow player.
Toronto just trying to get around this first corner, open something up.
Sneaky beaky like here for Hisang.
He's behind the Widow.
Oh, got to be careful. Drill dash, easy kill.
Goodbye.
Little burrow too. Could add insult to injury here. Yeah, that melee, you have to connect with the entire thing, but it does so much more damage than regular like quick melee.
Yeah, and he just lurks in a corner, and there's no way you're going to be able to keep Merit alive through that.
Yeah, I really like this, actually. Like, thinking about it more, you just have Hisang sit there. That's all you have to do, because Merit is down constantly. Same with Vega, just constantly 180, right? Like,
yeah.
Where is Hisang?
He's going to, unless Merit, like, 360, like, 180s, and just, like,
no-scope, boom.
Yeah, just, like, no-scopes him, right? Like, a little trick shot. Unless he lands one of those, he's going to get out with his life. Yeah,
there you go. Spurs away. Hisang is chilling. Sights available from Lip, Max, and Shu, and Chorong all have ultimates. It's current moment in time. Merit finally finding a pick. There it is. That's what you need. Captive Sun utilized though. Oh, and he's aiming for the Widow. Gonna make your job a little bit easier now, Lip. Nice little detonation there. Lip actually ends up going down in the end. Max dodging out of the way of the rock, but this flux, oh, it's going to connect. Slamming Vega back down to earth and finding a kill, but unfortunately for Max, the rest of his team sent back to spawn.
Yeah, it is just Max at that moment in time as just about everybody else had fallen. You'll have Infosight here, and then you're also going to have your Venture ult, because this is a nano boost that goes on to Sugar Free, right? Sugar Free flexing over to the Genji here, showing some really nice plays.
Can always expect him on the Tracer and every other hero Sugar Free picks up, to be fair. There's sights for Lip. Only 60 seconds to go. This has been a slog. There's the Flux. Hits one. Max in a little bit of trouble here, but an instant shield and then a bit of extra healing coming through. Heesang dead, so it's a 4-on-5.
Yeah, I think that was actually an accretion that connected onto Heesang, and then they just finish him off after that as
this blade
is going to be a blade here from Sugar Free. Damage is done. That'll be Ultra with that first checkpoint.
There it is. Venema just been triggered there. 3 minutes to go. Yeah. Max and someone doing a marvelous job in the Sigma head-to-head. You don't want to get rocked. The amount of burst damage from both sides is ridiculous. Oh, hello. Okay, Tectonic shock in the back. Sugar Free, you've outstayed your welcome, my son.
I mean, is that kind of worth, right? Just to
not anymore.
Trade here? Yeah, not anymore. Right now, you're even. It's Vega? Vega is kind of on a little bit of an off angle here.
Outburst, Captive Sun. Not going to test it.
I think they're waiting for Sugar Free to get back, as he's now over to Tracer here. Kind of counter the echo that we see Heesang bringing in.
There it is. Outburst, Captive Sun, body shot lands onto Shu, does manage to scurry to cover. Same with Lip, using that grapple to get out of the way. Merit aiming at the Tootsies there.
Yeah, Matrix potential here.
Oh, Shu again ends up going down at the hands of Sugar Free this time.
That's a nano on a Sugar Free.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's an absolute beast, but Lip is there to match him.
So you are getting good cart progress here for Toronto, right? This will be a long-range flux there.
Yeah, it does end up slamming people back down. Merit's the focus. Merit already with a kill. Make that 2. Lip in his sights as well. And that'll be Vega taking him out. Yep, and it's all on the Widowmakers. Classic Circuit Royale. As Merit opens up the fight and closes it out.
Yes, that was the Infosight there used by Merit. So Heesang will match the Tracer here of Sugar Free. Sugar Free was going crazy there.
Got it in midair, didn't he?
Oh, that is sick.
Disgusting stuff from Merit. Playoffs Merit, well and truly in the server right now. See what I mean? Told you, don't go past the Sigma shield. You will die.
Man, and you know, even in map 1, I thought Toronto played well, right? It's just crazy Raccoon just playing, you know, on another level here. Yeah, I mean, it's Max just trying to fight for this position.
Well, Lip's already taken Vega out of the picture. Lamb comes in. But that nade on top, Max and Shu in a whole lot of danger right now, but Lip has killed your backline. So where'd you go now, someone? Yeah, I mean, I guess you can try and hold up here, but...
Yeah, and you'd lost both supports as well, right? But you're going to continue to move that payload as Merit takes out Chorong in a 1v1 battle on the opposite side of the map. So the payload will continue to move. Even if Toronto captures it, it will be a better time for Crazy Raccoon, though.
Infosight advantage for Crazy Raccoon. Probably don't want to use it until Toronto Ultra actually make a play, make a push. Merit now seeing that trace around from the Widowmaker. Whistling past his head, knows exactly, or like roughly, where Lip is.
This is a hard area of the map to push,
oh,
right? Sugar Free is off
excuse me? What you trade? Shu still willing to test it. Shu, yeah. Large cojones on him, that's for sure. Double support ultimate for Toronto Ultra. They're going to have to wait for Sugar Free to come back, though, Matt.
Oh, now you lose Vega, so you lose Sugar Free there, just kind of falling off the map or something. Now you lose Vega. This is going to be even more time off of the clock.
And it's even more time.
And you're going to have Infosight for both Widowmakers, right? So that's going to burn about, like, what, 10, 15 seconds or so? This is starting to look pretty good here for Crazy Raccoon.
Yeah, and Heesang can... If he just connects this post bomb, that's going to be a force of a final fight. Toronto Ultra.
I mean, they have 5 ults and they're at the door.
Yeah, double sights. 2 ults off the board at least, 1 for each side. Merit being a bit cheeky. Pulse bomb thrown wide from Heesang.
Yeah, but they're going to have to walk into this Captive Sun, right?
They're having to use ult here. They're going to nano Sugar Free. It instantly gets rocked. 45 HP, no recall. Eventually gets it online as Shu ends up going down. Oh, a good melee kill there onto Max, who tried to use the Flux super far forward. Can Choron get a pick? No. Denied. 24 seconds to go now as Toronto Ultra make their way to the final point.
Yeah, this is going to be a Captive Sun, though, from Choron coming out of the spawn, right? As it'll be a contest here.
No way. Oh, my word. The amount invested there onto Lip was exemplary. I mean, you're looking at another Captive Sun. Can they get the connection? No. Choron ends up missing. A Pulse one doesn't end up connecting either, to be fair, as Max saved by the lamp coming through from Shu. And now someone in the 1v1 easily cleaning him up. There should be a completion of the map from Toronto Ultra. So Choron on the point, but he's got a whole lot to deal with as Sugar Free cleans up. 1 minute versus 3 on the side of Crazy Raccoon.
Yeah, so the crowd still here heavily behind Toronto Ultra. So, they will get 1 minute in the time bank. We'll throw another minute on the board here for Crazy Raccoon. But 3 minutes for Crazy Raccoon is like an eternity, man. This minute, it took a while for Toronto to even get things going. Now, once they did, they started to look much better, and they complete the map, which is huge.
Yeah, at least they, you know, that's the kind of thing you're saying to yourself, right? We got the map at least. We completed the round, all good. We get another chance. We didn't get halted, but you're not wrong. 3 minutes versus the singular, not exactly the situation you want to be in. Plus, with how these fights end up going too, Lip finds a pick. Okay, Merit maybe gets one. It's just slowly but surely you're just burning the time bank just on these single picks. And I mean, it's Vega a lot of the time. I wouldn't say Vega's out of position a lot. It's just Lip finding insane angles or like ridiculous grapple shots.
Yeah, well, I totally agree. So we'll see Crazy Raccoon on defense here at the start. They will not play the Venture. It looks like they're going to play the Echo here off the rip, as probably want to deny space around that corner for Merit to get anything going. Sugar Free as well here. Looks like this probably be just a Sonic just to see what's going on. Then a swap potentially. No, Tracer, right? Tracer pretty good against the Echo. Yeah, you gotta play they're gonna play the Hanzo. So they're actually gonna match what we saw Crazy Raccoon play on their offense, right? So they'll have a slight advantage in terms of shield pressure now.
Yeah, as soon as you saw that shield go up, you saw there, just unleashes the Storm Arrows. Lip has to be a little bit more careful too. One of the only DPS can get a single headshot now.
Venom Mind gun. Jump shot.
Oh, Lip hitting the body shot there. That would have been a ridiculous flick if he managed to connect.
20 seconds left already.
Pylon doing a lot of work for Heesang. Doesn't really need to be healed at all, just needs to chill. 10 seconds to go. Lip still trying to find an opening pick, same with Merit. Grapple already used. Sticky bombs are flying past his face, but he needs an angle. They need something here.
It's a Max trying to deny that room there.
Heesang on this disgusting off angle too.
Yeah, they do find him though.
And the window for RuPaul. This will be the difference maker. They might not even need to use it, to be fair. There we go. Vega through the window. Kills Choron. Still going to deal with Lip on the high ground. Connecting with heads. No, not to be. Toronto Ultra capping first.
And that's huge because Choron was actually going to build that Captive Sun faster than Vega potentially had it when they turned the corner there. As now Ultra gets control of the payload and move their way through the second phase of the map. You have this dragon that just kind of like the turn push that could come through. As Heesang now will bust out a Genji of his own.
You could even just, if you really wanted to, you need to get as much meter as possible. Flux into Dragon below, boom, they're going to insta-die. Oh, Lip, that's a good pick though. No more dragons available from Toronto Ultra. And Heesang on the flank. RuPaul knows. Captive Sun utilized. Oh, he got eaten by someone. Quite a far away, very slow moving ultimate. Now is the time to pounce it if you're Lip. He finds a nice angle, but they will disappear because they're already dead. Toronto Ultra halted.
So they get first point, right? That's massive, right? It can be pretty easy, especially with a Widow like Merit, to, put together some headshots and hold on first point. And they make it a pretty fair, decent way where they'll give themselves another opportunity there on that second checkpoint. I was Heesang playing that off angle, that lamp, but maybe just a second too late there from Shu to try and keep him alive.
Boom, look at that. Good shot through the window from Vega. Another one, too, on Shu. Good stuff so far, but still 3 minutes to grapple with.
It's a lot of time.
It is.
So, see, once the door opens up, the box of victory, you can kind of see it on your screen there, just around that first pylon. So, this will be enough time for Toronto to get another fight on defense, as it will be the Defiant, the Ultra on defense. I will get that one swapped at the top of your screen, but they will play the Mei here at the start. So we do see Mei usually in combination with the Lucio, but the Lucio banned.
Just going to be double Alaris. With the Mei here, again, just kind of stalling as much time as possible. A little bit of a surprise tactic from Toronto Ultra. We'll see if Crazy Raccoon want to respond with anything. After seeing the Mei, Hisang was starting off on the Hanzo. But it looks like he just wants to go on the Genji. Okay, let's see how they end up doing this. Oh, you can see Hisang, top right of your screen right now, just trying to dash over onto this high ground.
And they're playing the Brig here as well, so the Brig can definitely brawl a little bit more with the Mei, right? Than like if you were playing that double flex backline. The Brig can also be good in combination with that Genji.
This is mad respect being paid right now by Toronto Ultra. They just want to play on this first corner. A bit more difficult, to be fair, with the Mei on the straight lines.
Yeah, you can get those walls, kind of section players off.
Yep.
That's the outburst that knocks Hisang back, but that's going to open things up.
Merit down, and now guess who's free in the back line? Oh, it's Hisang. No one can pay attention to him because they need to heal up the front. Oh, Vega, 1 HP. No chance there at all. Deflect from Hisang, just runs away as well. Crazy Raccoon. A little pause running all over Toronto Ultra. That's going to be first point here.
Yeah, and they're still going to have a good amount of time left. I was wondering if you maybe saw Sugarfree decide to change off of this Mei. They will continue on with the Mei in the mix. You probably got one more fight here that they're going to have to win. The bad thing for Toronto, right, is if they have to play aggressive, kind of get in their face, they're going to build this rally up. You're going to have, like, Flux rally. You're going to have a lot of good ultimates to use here for Crazy Raccoon.
You can deny so much space with this window. It's coming up so quick, 85%. Max ultimate, though, to be fair, a little bit quicker. Merit playing so scared right now. There it is. There's the Flux. Can it be interrupted? Someone dire straight right now. Almost negative HP. Straight from the skies, like the meteor that killed the dinosaurs. Merit disintegrated as Crazy Raccoon's just pushing on. There's the rally and the overwhelming amount of ults here. It's just too much to bear. Hisang once again shutting Vega down mid-ultimates as they find another map.
So they had dropped a map to Falcons, but other than that, they have been perfect. They remain perfect. A 2-0 lead here now for Crazy Raccoon. Now look, they've looked down Ultra like, all right, you know, we've slowed it down. We beat you there. We beat you fast in map number 1. You guys pick again. We'll do whatever you guys want to do. It's a big statement to make that they're able to win in any fashion.
And his team is just built different.
Yeah, I mean, they're just like, where is the weakness, right? How do you kind of, tilt the game in your favor? They kind of did there, slowing the game down. But I'd love to hear from Puckett and the analysts and what their thoughts about how Toronto Ultra can get back in the series.
Not only are the fans in the venue cheering for Toronto Ultra, so is the chat. Spam this Bronto for Toronto is in the chat over and over again. But Jake, no matter how much the fans want it to happen, Crazy Raccoon are in control.
This is just a different level of play. I think we're seeing the birth of a dynasty here. I think this is maybe the best team ever assembled in all of Overwatch. They just look untouchable. Merit just went Super Saiyan, and it was nothing. It wasn't
performance, right? You can't ask for a better performance from your sniper. On the other side, what is Crazy Raccoon bringing to the table here?
What aren't they bringing to the table? Like you said, even when Merit's going crazy, everybody is giving individual contributions. We saw the Venture there with a lot of value, honestly, at the start of that map, denying space, flanking into their backline, getting solo kills. Everybody, like Jake said, this is a dynasty. The expectations for everybody, even for Toronto themselves, Sugarfree went up on that stage and said, yeah, I'd like to get a map.
I mean,
that's the bar.
A pretty realistic expectation at this point, because anything more seems like a reach. honestly, like, look at Heesung. He's playing musical heroes every single fight, counter-swapping to cut out Sugar Free again and again. It honestly seems like a borderline unwinnable matchup for the Ultra guys.
So if you're looking as a coach, Circuit Royale was your best map, arguably, in the previous series in the semifinals. Where else can you dig deep here, Jake?
I mean, I think that was their strongest punch, right? You take it to a map where Merit is king. The Widowmakers often just decide the game on Circle Royale, and Merit just gave you everything you could ever ask for. Like, almost impossible to do more on that map on Widowmaker. He looks like a god, even against one of the best teams in the world, but the punchback is overwhelming, right? It's not just Lip. When Lip falters in the Widow duel, it's Heesung cutting up the backline. It's the support. Shu makes no mistakes on Baptiste. And then even the Sigma duel is going Max's way. This team, I don't think there's weaknesses, frankly, on Crazy Raccoon. I think what we need is for another player to step up alongside Merit. Merit needs to do that again, which is ridiculous for one, but we need that from Sugar Free. We need that from Vega, right? We need that follow-up from Toronto Ultra, but it's asking so much.
They are shutting down Sugar Free so far. How does he heat up? What can you do to enable this Tracer?
I think you keep the script the same. I think you take it to Midtown, you put him on the Tracer, you hope that maybe you get that Tracer Pharah matchup that we saw earlier in the semifinal where Sugar Free was able to run the server and able to claim the space because there was a Sky character with the Pharah. So yeah, I think you take it to Midtown. I think the script stays the same for Toronto Ultra. I don't think you can really change anything. Like Jake said, this is the strongest punch they had. I think Midtown is just about the same in terms of the strength, so I think you throw another one.
Can we go ahead and just give props to EWC for those bomber jackets that Kasaurus is rocking? You may not win this series, but you got some sick swag to bring home.
Yeah, no, you get to take home an incredible personalized jacket. You get to customize it a little bit too. I mean, EWC has done a wonderful job of giving you everything that you could possibly ask for as a competitor.
We have the map officially in. Do you guys want to take a guess?
I'm going to say we're going to go to a Winston Dive map. I think that's the next look for Toronto Defiant. I know that's crazy going up against Shu and Chorong, but I fear that this double flex sport comp is just too dominant from Crazy Raccoon.
I think you just have to stick with your guns. I think you have to play double flex, and I want to see Midtown.
Midtown. Go ahead.
I think I'm with Jake on this one, to be honest. I think that, you know, 2 maps of Sigma, it's time to switch it up.
You guys are wrong. We're going to New Junk City. Did you see that one coming? Flashpoint for map number 3. Hunter, what does this tell you from a coach's perspective?
You know, I'm thinking if we're on New Junk City, we could be seeing something of a rush matchup. We saw Junbin out on the Junker Queen on Lijiang, and we know that he loves to play a few of the rush heroes as well. Maybe we could be seeing a more aggressive rush matchup here instead of something where Winston is viable or Sigma is viable.
Do you like to see the U-turn here out of Toronto Ultra?
Yeah, Felix's interview might actually come true now. The rush might actually be coming out from Toronto here. Yeah, I think if you don't want to continue with your normal strongest punches in the Sigma Alari comp, yeah, I think you need to speed it up. You need to get in their face, play something unusual.
Jake, we haven't seen this map in 2 days. So for the new viewers tuning in here, what should they know about New Junk City? What works on this game mode?
Almost everyone plays fast comps. They play rush or they play dive. But the last time we saw Toronto come out here against OELGD, they played the Sigma. They played the Alari. This might be a bit of trickery from them, maybe trying to bait Crazy Raccoon into a conventional fast style, a rush style, a dive, and then have their own Sigma come out, believing that that is the stronger comp. You mentioned this backstage, Hunter, but if you can get Junbin out into the lineup, put Crazy Raccoons in a spot where they're committed to playing fast, and then maybe sneak in a Sigma on an unconventional map, that could be a different way to shake up the series.
All right, I have my eyes on Sugar Free for Toronto Ultra. I need to see him get back to fragging out like he was in the semifinals. But if we are going to be looking for an MVP after 2 maps from Crazy Raccoon, McGravy, is there one of the 5 you can call out?
I'm going to stick with what I said earlier. I think it's Heesung.
Okay.
Absolutely able to shut down Sugar Free like we've been saying. Lenny time hasn't been like it's been earlier. He hasn't been as effective as the series before. Heesung's been pointing out all kinds of characters, the Echo, the Tracer, the Pharah, the Venture. He's played just about everything. You have to love it.
I love the Venture pick. That may be the most fun hero to watch. They are causing problems. Hunter, thoughts here as we enter New Junk City?
Yeah, I think we're very much looking to see Sugar Free step up here. Same goes for Vega. He's had a rather quiet series as well. These two really need to step it up to Merit's level if they actually want to be able to take a map here.
Crazy Raccoon are halfway to first place, 1,000 points in the club championship, and $400,000 as a squad. On the other side, Toronto Ultra guaranteed 160 grand. but you know they are hungry for at least a map win. It's their pick once again. They get the first hero ban, and they say no diva.
I think this is, you know, wanting to get Junbin into the server, right? Banning D.Va, one of Max's best heroes. This further pushes Crazy Raccoon towards Junbin's hero. And the counterpunch is Royale. So that's what we saw last time for Toronto Ultra. We'll need to see a new look. Maybe the Brig from Vega could be just what they need, though, right? Slow things down, keep people alive. I feel like it's hard to get greedy against a team as aggressive as Crazy Raccoon.
And you can see the subs. Junbin is back in. Max will be on the bench. Crazy Raccoon showing everybody in this series.
Yeah, I think for Toronto, I like to see the Sigma Bat Brig, like Jake said, really slow it down. I almost think you kind of want to bait Junbin into playing the Winston. This isn't the traditional Winston map. It's very flat. So if you play the Winston out of Brig, you don't really have the speed that you need on this map.
McGravy, we got to send it to the venue. We got Milosh live with the fans. What's going on, guys?
Yes, gentlemen, you've heard it from the analyst desk. You're going to hear it from the casters in a bit, but I want to hear it from the Qadiyah Arena here in Riyadh. Are we ready? We're going to have to hear it because this seems like more of a house divided, if anything. Do we have any Crazy Raccoon fans? Any Toronto Ultra fans? It's a lot of booing, a lot of screaming on the other side. One more time, Crazy Raccoon fans! Toronto Ultra! And it's always difficult to stand in the middle of everybody that are booing or screaming on the other side. I really want everybody to give me from the bottom of your heart. من قلبكم, I want your biggest scream. Are you ready? There's nothing like Championship Sunday. Our crowd is hyped up. So, let's get this game on the way!
The crowd pretty divided there, Matt, but the series is only going one way right now, and it is Crazy Raccoon. They're in the lead 2-0 as we head over to New Junk City.
Yeah, we're in Championship Monday at this point. I mean, we are championship. It's a new one there. As I know, we are going late night here. That best of 7 between Zeta and Ultra sent this one deep into the night. But Crazy Raccoon, they're trying to get out of here fast, right? Up 2-0 in the series. They have dropped one map throughout all of groups, throughout all of playoffs. Look at this. So the desk, they were talking a little bit about it. Fearless, mentioning maybe the rush here from NA. Seems like they're kind of falling back to something that we've seen for a reasonably long time, whether it be in the OWCS or, even teams try it here. Mauga-based compositions, right? Mauga changes a little bit with some of the new tank stuff going on. Not exactly the strongest, but Ultra will try and bring it out. Ooh, Soldier.
Seeing Soldier again, yeah.
We saw Seeker run this during this event, but really we have not seen much 76.
And we saw on Busan Sanctuary a little bit.
Yeah, good at taking off angles. You see right there, putting damage on Sugar Free. Gets him quite weak, just pumping out consistent damage.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
Maybe it is Lenny time. Nice little first blood there from Sugar Free. Moving his unit. It's ideally what you do in this comp, right? And I really like the Pharah with the Mauga. Oh, okay, not when you get taken out like that, but you gain so much health back when you pop that cardiac overdrive, but unfortunately, Shu's anti-nade connects directly with RuPaul.
So here's the issue for Toronto Ultra, is their comp wants to just run players down and just collapse on them. Who are you doing that to on Crazy Raccoon, right? Shu can play at such a distance. Lip and Heesang on the 76 and Tracer can kind of play alone. Same with, obviously, the Lucio and the ball. There's just not a clear target. What? That's a bio-nade into the spawn there, and then Lip just takes out Vega.
Easy does it. Really pushing Toronto Ultra to their limits right now. Yeah, even forcing Merit to quickly switch to Widow to try and find a pick. It's going to quickly switch back to Venture again.
Which I don't really think we've seen a ton of Merit on the Venture.
Really?
But this is more of like a double down on getting aggressive into the backline. And I'm like, who? Like, who is the target here? Like, to try and, capture Shu, I mean, he can play so safely at a distance.
They got so many ults coming up too. And Nano Visor, I mean, Pulse, like, It's going to be rough for Toronto Ultra to almost wholesale comp swap. Sugar Free going pretty low, forced to recall already. Look at that, just the harassment coming through from Jumbo is just too much to bear. There's the visor, pop with the nano. Everybody's dead.
They're
Last
trying
point.
to make a play for Shu, but I mean, they just get, you know, Chorong right there and Lip just putting down damage. That is the first Flashpoint done here. Then Nano Visor seals the deal as, and now what? You're going to be kind of like marching on in here, potentially just walking directly into a minefield as not the best situation here for Ultra yet again.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was a kind of a dismal first attack from Toronto. I mean, someone's got, you know, 25% towards the cage, but again, like you said, it's all about locking a single person down, and Chorong and Shu are just permanently together. There's a small little duo in the back line. I mean, look at that, how far he's playing away. It's absurd.
Yes, Ultra get control here early on up in the high ground. That's actually Vega taking a chunk of damage, getting quite low. So they'll have to jump on down. This will be the minefield.
Yeah, minefield on high ground. I'm sure a couple landed on the point eventually. As Shu just helping Chorong getting into a position maybe where he can help the team with the sound barrier. Here comes the rush. Good first pick, though, from Jumbin.
And this is during Kitsune Rush. This is actually with the rush going. So RuPaul gets into the back lane there with someone and gets two. But is it enough to make their way back to the point? They will get rid of Jumbin here.
Yeah, look at him spin. Yeah, eventually they get rid of him. Well, Hee-Sang still finding kills somehow.
You have sound barrier here, and Chorong was lurking, so not going to end up using it. He will fall, but Hee-Sang still lurking around as this will be the point flipping now to Ultra.
Yeah, now the danger really poses itself in someone's cage. Crazy Raccoon are going to have to move in at some sort of angle. Jumbin now on the Queen.
Yeah, they're going to play the Queen. So a lot of people have tried this, like the Queen into the Maga, right? This is going to be the case right here.
Well, Chorong has got the sound barrier. It will be a three-man, but the stick is good from Sugar Free. A whole heap of damage as he gets to the point. Make sure it doesn't get capped. Cage pulse. Easy as you like. Toronto Ultra, hold for now.
And we really haven't seen much success with, like, you know, Queen, like, battling with the Maga, like, up close, right? As Jumbin will play a Maga of his own. It looks like potentially getting closer to a mirror matchup. Maybe you're just holding on to Shu on the Ana to get this nano.
75% of building. Going through the small corridors is normally a disaster, but with Shu, if someone does want to make a play with the nade, it could be rather tough. Merit anti. Little slam from Jumbin there, maybe to try and split the team. Yeah, Vega knocked up briefly, quickly taken out by Shu as Jumbin rotates to the point. Left his backline completely alone to defend themselves. Chorong has got a mean fist on him and takes out RuPaul, but can they do anything else?
Yeah, someone needed to go on and get a touch, and that was Jumbin. He's saying, trying to put pressure onto Sugar Free. He'll make his way back to the point. Is Toronto at 99. The Crazy Raccoon now, look at this, Jack. They're going to have this nano to use here. You can, what, nano Lip. You can nano Jumbin, right? A few different options. We also seen, like, nano Tracers throughout this as well.
I mean, some of the time on Toronto Ultra, they're just nanoing Sugar Free, just sending them in. Hopefully you can find a one clip. Very doable. Jumbin charging in. Look how low someone is already. Pots cardiac overdrive, but Merit. Oh, anti. Even in the high noon, you're not surviving that, unfortunately. I mean, slow bleed out from Toronto Ultra. That just feels like Crazy Raccoon just have them beat on every level at this current moment in time.
Yeah, that's the nano onto the Maga there as he goes in with a big old stomp. And
sorry, I'm assuming RuPaul is switching because that is an aggro rush from RuPaul.
Yeah, I
didn't
Ana. Maybe play the Ana here.
But even then, I don't know if I like throwing ults out like that because when you change, you still retain some of the ult charge. So
yeah, well,
no, RuPaul's sticking.
At least for now, looks like we're holding on here. So maybe you were using that to try and get them to kind of invest something else into that.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe see if they like end up using the cage or something along those lines. But that is a Kitsune rush that goes for nothing.
Absolutely nothing. Hisu spotting the rotation, calling it out. Mero just moves on in, just checking his sidelines. Yeah, checking his wing mirrors. As that high noon just connects with RuPaul's dome. Toronto Ultra, I mean, it's trades all about the place, but it feels like Crazy Raccoon, that is where they excel in these trades. Oh, the cage! Run, Merit, run! Here in Vega on a little roundabout right now. They pop the beat. It's only a two-man, of course, but I'm not sure Merit is going to be long for this world. A charge in, and Merit, he's still dancing.
Junbin's still firing, though.
His shoes have a couple of holes in them now, sadly.
Yeah, and they get those 2 kills so late, and nobody else really able to make it back from Ultra. You're going to get a little good amount of percentage off of this. Chorong also ends up holding on to his sound barrier, so he's there at the time because RuPaul ended up using the Kitsune Rush the previous fight. You have double support ult here for Crazy Raccoon. I mean, you were set up in a great spot.
Maxing, relaxing, chilling, vibing, all of the above. Not sure you want to beat into them, but knowing that someone has the cage, or Raccoons probably have a decent idea. He's done with the stick. Oh my word. Little teleport away there, or a Suzu coming through, I'd imagine.
The longer this kind of gets stalled out, the worse it is for Ultra.
Mauga comp moment. You just look at each other for about 6 years. They do end up capping the point with the help of that. Oh, what a flick from Merit. All right, cage comes through. Sound barrier in response from Crazy Raccoon. Same with the rush. Merit's hightailing out of there. Same with the rest of Toronto Ultra, but can they actually contest for this point?
I don't think they're going to be able to. I think this is going to be an Ultra fight win. Yeah, I think that
they're backing up, Matt.
Even, using both of those support ults on top of each other, they're not able to kind of hold on there. So Crazy Raccoon, you'll lose your Lucio in your Mauga. You will be forced to back up.
You're in good stead, though. I mean, Toronto Ultra, double support ultimates coming up.
Yeah, now they have an advantage, right? I think for Crazy Raccoon, like, can you take a fight fast? Lip with a Deadeye. Junbin will also end up with a cage for this next one. So Merit was starting to come alive in the casting, right? Some of those shots were nuts.
See what Lip can do with this high noon. Look at that, though. Unrelenting aggression from Toronto Ultra. You just got to rip it. You know Crazy Raccoon can't come back now, so that's at least a point on the board.
This might be a go again here for Crazy Raccoon. They will give up the point as Ultra getting closer into this one. Chorong throwing his body on the point there. That's actually going to give them a little bit more time to actually rotate over and get positioned first. Just that brief second. Then he's on Lucio, right? So he's going to get back there in a second. So be a fast rotation there for Crazy Raccoon. You see how close they are already as Toronto has to truck it across the entire map.
Shu changing up for this point as well, going to the BAP. I really like BAP on this point. The high grounds here are so important to maintain.
It makes it harder to heal Hisang, right? But I think it's just overall probably a net positive.
Sound barrier for Vega too. They end up just wrapping on Crazy Raccoon. Just trying to feel out the situation currently. Crazy Raccoon wiser to it though. Oh, double heady there from Merit yet again. Oh, he boops him out of the lamp. Perfectly played from someone. Merit's aim is crispy as ever. 180's trying to kill Hisang, lands one shot. Sugar Free follows it up. The assist coming through for the Farah. And there we go, Ultra on the board.
The Merit aim is sick. Able to just kind of like do like such a fast turn, a fast flick, and able to locate the head there. He's trying to single-handedly kind of bring Toronto Ultra back into this series. This feels like a must-win map now, Jack.
They've got to get somewhere in this series. Might as well start it here. Rotation, amp speed from Chorong. Uh-oh. This cage is going to be quite the nuisance for Toronto Ultra. I mean, look where Hisang's playing. It's just cheating at this point. Nice direct there onto Sugar Free. Taking aim once again is a return cage coming through from someone. Junbin, caught unawares, ends up getting melted by someone. And hey, look at that. Toronto Ultra win another fight.
Yeah, they may be able to just kind of combo a few points together here, as you saw there from Shu's POV, his face, just a little bit
not happy about it.
Wondering what is going on at the moment, as the beat from Vega was good there, ends up keeping players alive through that cage to come through.
Very aggressive push there from Sugar Free. Smart from Lip to kind of suss him out. 99%, yeah, they got a touch. Oh, nice direct. Hisang in trouble. Here's the return direct. Oh, but the Hisang back-to-back rocket. Oh, and now someone is in the danger zone. Ideally, you don't use any ults here if you're Crazy Raccoon. You're not going to need to. They're so veteran at this point. Team for the stars. They're not going to make simple mistakes like that.
And I think having the Tracer in here, this is going to allow Crazy Raccoon to play even more aggressive, right? That's the style of play that's really been working for them, specifically here against Ultra, right? Playing that fast style of play. It worked when they slowed it down, but I think where you've kind of seen the biggest gap is when they really amp the pace. Look, they're a great opportunity to do this here, right? You have speed boost with a rocket barrage around the corner with a sound barrier. You have an opportunity to get another fight.
Wonder how effective this barrage is going to be. They're running into a barrage from Heesang. Oh, right on top. Heesang's already killed Merit, but a good sound barrier from Chorong. Perfectly timed. Main support extraordinaire there for Crazy Raccoon.
Yeah, it was a good immortality field there for Shu as well. That was going on when Heesang was using the rocket barrage. Just Sugar-Free over to Tracer here. Now it's his turn to just try and move into the point, get a touch.
I really like this forward aggression from Crazy Raccoon. I don't see a lot of teams doing it. You can see Lip on the sidelines as well, harassing the back line. He's got a pulse bomb in his back pocket. Forced Toronto Ultra to walk through you. There's the rush. Oh, Suzu missed. Someone is super low. Has to 180, like rotate to the rest of his team. Sound barrier comes in, doesn't hit the Mauga as the window's put to good effect there by Crazy Raccoon. Shu falling is not great, but Lip is still alive and well on the point. Oh, he's still killing too. Someone's going to get pushed off, and this might just be the Mat. Crazy Raccoon. They're going to throw down the cage, throw down the gauntlet here in the finals. That's match point. I mean, Matt, it's all Crazy Raccoon. Lip MVP, absolutely so far this tournament. Can't agree more.
I mean, one map away is Crazy Raccoon from the Overwatch 2 EWC Championship. You know, Jack, it just feels like maybe it's inevitable at this point. This is a team that has won just through basically every game with perfection. They dropped one map. That was earlier today to Falcons. Other than that, I mean, dominance against ENCE 4-0. They beat Ultra 3-0 in groups. They beat Gaming Gladiators 3-0. They beat Rock Esports 3-0. Just crazy performance, you know, right now.
It's just dominance.
Even if they dropped like 2 maps, it would still be one of the best runs at an Overwatch event that we've seen from any team.
Yeah, pure dominance. Of course, they lost to Falcons once, shrugged it off, won the finals in Dallas. Like, this team is built from the ground up to be one of the best teams ever to touch Overwatch. Let's jump down to the studio, though. We'll see if there's any hope here for Toronto.
Welcome to the best-looking group of analysts you'll find at EWC. We got Jake McGravy and Unter joining us from Down Under, and we just saw another beatdown. The good news is, Jake, North America got a point.
They capped the point.
They capped one.
You are right.
They got one.
The point.
They got one. The other team got 3, though, so let's start with Crazy Raccoon. I first want to start off and just say, that backline is so good, so clutch. How many times did they keep their squad up when they should have lost?
It's a countless number of times. This is the best backline in the world, and I don't even think it's close. I think Shu right now is the best flex support in the world, and I think Chorong is the best main support in the world. Chorong is flexible. He's strong on the traditional main support heroes, and Shu he's easily the best Ana, not just flex support. He has all the heroes locked down. He's good at everything. I mean, I just don't know how you beat these guys.
Unter, Jake was over here spewing some North American hopium. You shut him down. What were you expecting to see as this game rolled on?
I mean, I feel like the writing is on the wall at this point. It gets close sometimes, but every single time, Crazy Raccoon, they're ready to clutch it out. It looks like the point is about to go one way for Toronto Ultra, and suddenly Lip is on the Tracer. He gets the clutch touch, and then it's all turned around. The retake happens for Crazy Raccoon, and we've seen this so many times throughout the tournament. Their backs are to the wall, it looks unwinnable, and they do it again.
That was so fun to watch. You saw the teamwork still coming in. They're not giving up on Toronto Ultra's side, but they simply look outclassed. This Crazy Raccoon crew is really bringing it to Toronto Ultra.
Yeah, you still have to give credit to Toronto Ultra here for still trying. They have to feel the overwhelming pressure of this series. I'm sure they're exhausted at this point. It's super late. They've played so many games of Overwatch. Merit in particular is still pounding. He has no mental strength left, and he is still just dominating on the hit scan. You have to give a lot of credit to Merit.
Jake, you may be the biggest Merit fan in Riyadh right now, so tell me about this guy, and how does he stay locked amongst this chaos, amongst these 3 defeats back to back to back?
I think Merit is just a guy, he's born for the big stage. In this moment, right, it's been such a long day. He's had this long, drawn-out battle just to get here to the finals. And even with his team getting, frankly, crushed in this series, he is that guy. He is out there popping heads. Crazy Raccoon are feeling that too. I mean, you've got to put respect on Merit. I've seen some initiations from Crazy Raccoon. They're dumping ults onto Merit. Get that guy off the server. He scares me. Once he's gone, we can rest. We can get the cleanup. We don't need too much. But I mean, come on. For Merit, I think honestly, his performance in a way is more impressive than anyone else on the server. I know they're losing, but to be that one guy standing against the wind when everything is against you, it feels like there's nothing you can do, and he just keeps delivering.
We're going back to Runasapi, it looks like. And do you like this pick from Toronto Ultra? This might be all over here at the end of this one. Crazy Raccoon, one map away from taking our title.
I like the Runasapi pick. You know, just to sing Merit's praises, again, he is the one willing the team across the finish line. He is the one opening up fights, closing fights. He is the only one contributing to the wins here for Toronto Ultra. And Runasapi, as we've seen throughout the tournament, it's a great hit scan map. He can play the Cassidy, he can play the Ashe. There is a very real chance that Merit can control the game here on Runasapi.
Kadia Arena lock in for what could be the final map of the tournament. Crazy Raccoon, a ridiculous run, only one map loss the entirety of the event, and they are just moments away from putting their key in that trophy. Toronto Ultra down 3 maps, has to win 4 straight. They're gonna ban Lucio. Will it matter, Jake?
This does slow down some of the aggression that we've seen out of Junbin. Make a little bit more space and time for players like Merit to work. I like this play. Crazy Raccoon banned the Mauga. You know, they're not interested in this overwhelming deathball team play. I think it's harder to differentiate yourselves with the individual skill. But I like this. Sugar Free still smiling.
Right.
If Sugar Free can get back on the Tracer, lock it in, right? That's been his best hero all tournament. If he can match Merit, they could make magic happen here on Runasapi.
Runasapi, final battleground potentially, as Crazy Raccoon seem unbeatable unless that man can take over the game. Keep your eyes on Merit from Toronto Ultra as we send it up to Jaws and Mr. X. Let's get it going.
Runasapi, Matt, it was the only map that Crazy Raccoons have lost this entire tournament.
Yeah.
That was the Falcons.
And what's interesting is on that map that they end up losing to Falcons, Crazy Raccoon bans the Lucio. So this time Toronto Ultra just gets rid of the Lucio straight away. Crazy Raccoon's ban actually, Falcons was with the Ashe. So they want to get that Mog out of there. They want to play that rush mirror type of style. They will go back. The Ana Brig is a really strong backline, right? The Ultra doesn't really want to play it, but it seems to be, one of the best combos I think you can get. Like, maybe not exactly the ball. Maybe you want to play like a Diva or a Sigma with it, but interesting that we have a Bastion play here now.
Bastion Sombra. Oh, they've been cooking. This is not exactly something we've seen a whole lot of. In fact, 0.
I mean, this is what, hack the ball?
Yeah, hack the ball, hit shift on Bastion. And
Yeah,
just,
there's a hack on the Junbin, and they get an Onanate on him to finish him off.
Okay. I'm listening, Toronto. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Well, doesn't it feel like you can just go Diva, potentially?
Well, I mean, this Bastion pick's a little bit unorthodox, but maybe they've got something to say and maybe let us into why they picked it. Let's go for a listening.
Kiri. Where ours one? He's inner spawn. I'm trying to kill him.
Oh, look at him.
I'm touching that one.
You see it? I'm playing middle there. Yeah.
Bro, I can't see him.
I can't kill him. He's low. I'm back up.
He's out.
Try me, him. Kenjo.
Yeah, I go back up.
Try. Try Nico. Tell me. Try Nico. We're all low. Okay.
Do not scare.
Yeah, I tried to act him. Fair. Front. Loading.
No.
Trade me.
No, I'm pushing.
Get it to me. Yeah. On here.
Get
I need camera. Doom. Pay one. Do one. Come here. Trailer. Yeah, I'm okay.
No.
Another one.
Got him.
Yeah, I can carry soon. Baseballs.
You're leaving the word.
Actually, go in the best.
One map.
Make a place play if they go to y'all nene you. He's like Genji now.
Okay.
Our Bastion and Larry play spin, whoever they jump to, I'll nene, okay?
Wow, I'm right.
I'm just gonna hack him when he goes in.
Plan for this next dive. They got a checkpoint though, Matt.
Yeah, whoever gets dove is going to get the benefits of this nano. So we'll see this from RuPaul's POV. Is vibe still high there for Toronto? Seems like just get a map. That's kind of the goal here.
Oh, Nano on the Alari. I like what I'm seeing.
And he slept Junbin as well.
Vega kept alive. Junbin dead.
And that was the nano used from Crazy Raccoon.
Oh, good shots from Vega. Oh, the Bastion ult as well to kill Choron. Hey, they're still moving the payload. They got checkpoint. Crazy Raccoon. Not sure they expected Sugar Free on the Sombra and Merit Bastion, to be honest with you.
No, probably did not scrim too much against this or have seen too much of this, as this feels like it's like a direct counter to like the ball type of stuff that they were trying to do.
Oh, okay, good start. Here we go. Flipping this one on his head, maybe. RuPaul and Merit down. All right, okay. Tempo shift for Crazy Raccoons.
Yeah, you'll have EMP, though, available here for Ultra coming up next, right? EMP plus Flux. And you should be able to kind of contest this once you get back towards mid-map, and that's already the checkpoint. So Ultra put themselves in a fantastic spot.
Yeah, Merit onto the Cassidy. No more Bastion, no more surprise tactics. Although Hisang going down first isn't a great start. Can actually just go in here with a Flux. Sugar Free, nice hack on to the Doom. However, the cleanse is going to help him survive, at least for a brief moment.
Yeah, they don't end up burning the EMP, right? Just the solo hack. Just see that Junbin's up in the sky. Decide to hold on to that EMP for another day, as the bot will move now deeper back into Crazy Raccoon territory, as we'll see Junbin pick up the Winston.
Just cycling heroes at the moment, just trying to find something that actually works. EMP is going to be devastating. Look, straight in, over the top. Hello, goodbye, Chorong. Nothing Junbin or Chorong could do about that. They knew they had to get that EMP out at some point. Any kind of small kill will be great, but Vega, a crack shot as he is, and they're just going to extend their lead over 100 meters now.
Yeah, you won't have speed here for RuPaul to get back, same with Merit, so it'll just be 3 players up here for Ultras. They just get the bot closer and closer towards the end of the map. The bit of a surprise here, but Ultra would be able to get their first map on the board.
Nano boost. Junbin set up for success. Hisang dicing with death too. And a few more seconds on that recall. We'll see how they want to end up positioning here. Nade into the background. Doesn't end up hitting anybody. Oh, the hack! Aki can't apply the nano. Nice sleep still, though, from Shoot. He's still one of the very best, but still taken down by someone in the end. Merit versus Lip, and Lip hightailing it out of there. Doesn't want any of this smoke.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a nano, though, that goes on to Junbin that they don't actually connect with, as Junbin just dives into the back line. A little bit of a surprise, doesn't get the benefits of the nano. Does get one, though. The bot's going to move into Toronto Ultra territory here as Crazy Raccoon put some kills together yet again.
A little bit more normalcy now. Okay, we're chilling. Still Sugar Free on the Sombra. I'm curious if he's going to switch off after this next EMP. He's 50% to the way there.
Yeah, I mean, what, you would switch off your play Tracer potentially?
Yeah.
But it feels like they've been able to use this Sombra to easily, you know, set up targets, right? You know, who you're going to attack. It feels like they've done a nice job collapsing onto those targets.
It's weird, you're just playing Sombra in like the mid-range at the moment because you can't go any crazy off angles anymore. And of course, against the Winston, a little bit, you're going to be a little bit worse for wear as well. All right, there's the successful now no engage. Lip with a crack headshot on to Vega. Good sleep from RuPaul, but this checkpoint is closing in here for Crazy Raccoon.
Yeah, I think you're going to get checkpoint. Saw Junbin pushes up, just trying to finish this kill off on RuPaul. This also has the Primal, not going to have to use it. This next fight, though, is going to be tough, right? Crazy Raccoon making a comeback here. You're going to have Rally and Primal for them. Nothing really available at the moment here for Ultra.
Yeah, this Rally too. Save it for the next fight, potentially. Just send Junbin in with the Primal Rage. Just contest this high ground. Closing on the EMP, 5% away.
Yeah, you're giving them more progress, though. And
Merit.
you lose Merit. So now you're going to gain even more progress out of this. They don't exactly think Ultra wants to fight. You may end up actually, like, kind of getting close to giving up a lead.
They could nano someone in, I guess, after the EMP. I mean, it lands. Nano is actually on Vega, of all people.
The rally's going.
The rally is going. Sugar Free, someone dead. I mean, Vega. I mean, Nano Alari. It looks pretty sick, and it sounds pretty sick too, but unfortunately, slain quickly by Junbin in his Primal Rage. That unbelievable lead from Toronto Ultra shrinking by the second.
3 minutes basically still on the clock as well. They're going to have a nano here for Junbin yet again, so the cycling of the ultimate's so good here for Crazy Raccoon. So Lip getting back in the fight here. You're going to have a Bob as well.
Oh, nice nade onto Shu. Look at that. 24 HP. Chorong to the rescue. Primal Rage for someone. Popped. He's looking for a kill, and he's looking at Junbin. Popped him on that little mini health pack. That's all the health you were going to get because your supports are busy dealing with the rest of my team.
Well, he also gets knocked out of the way, Junbin, so you're not actually able to give him the benefits of that nano. So it gets kind of blocked out of the line of sight of Shu. So the bot going to move back around. They'll get Junbin back in this fight rather quickly. I think they want to take an early fight to try and end up taking the lead on that next push.
There's 2 minutes to go. Can Vega open this one up? They've still got
so
lead,
careful not to get picked.
Yeah, they can still play around this. Make Crazy Raccoon use ultimates. Can't really get a reset in though, just where the bot actually is. Captive Sun ends up missing. A little pylon to assist you, but oh, you're matching up against one of the very best. Yeah, an easy kill for Lip, even if he did miss a couple of shots at the very beginning. And oh my goodness, Matt, this lead that Toronto Ultra had, like sand slipping through their fingers, it's not going well. They're going to have to get a quick reset, Matt, but they got nothing in the tank.
Yeah, the nano was used there from Shu onto Junbin, pushes him into the back line. You're going to end up getting Rally if this fight goes, you know, pretty long, which we expected to do. One fight away here for Crazy Raccoon to make a crazy comeback.
True to their namesake, most definitely. Bob comes in. Oh, that bot is going to have to be perma-contested. It's only a couple of meters away. Luckily for Merit, I think that Bob was actually tagging the payload too.
Oh, they lose someone. I thought they were going to hightail it out of there, and I think they were because they end up losing Chorong, as this is going to have them forced to use this nano, so you're just going to back out.
Desperation nano, another good sleep. Still buys them time though, Matt. That's the important thing. They have the lead.
So they do get heat.
But they're still in
on the exit.
What? They're still in it.
Oh, man.
Long-range Bionade from Shu takes down Sugar Free.
There's no way you can lose like this, right? I mean, you're going to have Primal and Nano.
They got Rally too. They've got so many ults to work with. How did Toronto Ultra even respond with this? The outburst does absolutely nothing to get Vega out of the way of Junbin, as they are closing in once again. Someone has to touch. Riley's going to get popped. Pressure mounting. A Nano onto an anti-Junbin. He doesn't get healed up in time as Sugar Free finds the chase down, but the Bob is also going to try and match a pulse bomb onto the tank in the front line, and someone taken down. The Rally, it was just too good. Toronto Ultra, they're going to lose this lead. There's only a meter to go. And there it is. 10 seconds to go. And Toronto Ultra have lost the lead.
Oh, there's losing, and then there's this. This is all falling apart here for Ultra, as they had a massive lead that they've squandered.
Primal Rage and OT, Matt. They've got Captive Sun, a big component of why they've been winning thus far.
Ultra, you probably need 2 fights. Captive Sun available. It's a bio on the side though there from Shu, that's good.
Good connection, but Faker's already down. Heesang takes him out. Sugar Free with a double kill.
It's just Lip and Junbin. They're gonna get like staggered out here, I think, as well. Okay, so you end up...
That's not good.
Yeah, you lose someone. This is actually probably worse.
He's just bubble dancing too. Okay, eventually slain.
So now Ultra continuing to move into Crazy Raccoon territory. Crazy Raccoon, they have nothing to work with, Jack. They used everything to get that payload over the line before to take the lead. And look how greedy they're going to go. They're going to have Chorong playing the Zen here. You figure you're not going to get that ultimate, so you may as well play extremely greedy for all-out damage.
Yep. I think it's the smart call, honestly. One volley will do it, but you've got to be careful. There's a Nano Boost, there's a Pulse, there's a Bob, there's a Primal Rage. Someone's already in, pops the Primal. His focus turning towards Lip right now, but still has to look at the bot. Shoot down, RuPaul takes him out. Merit trying to click heads, hits the coach gun, swing and a miss, but it's all good because Sugar Free's on the case.
Yeah, that's both supports gone here though, as that still connects with a Junbin.
There's 2 meters to go. Can they get the touch? Junbin's in, but he can't get there in time. Toronto Ultra, not out of the woods just yet. They find a map win. They give Crazy Raccoon their 2nd map win of this tournament so far. A nail-biting finish.
If Junbin is able to make it back, that's probably it, because he actually gets hit with a pulse bomb and actually gets Suzu there, and he actually just is like maybe like a foot or 2 away from contesting, and he had killed both supports already. So that was just an insane clutch play there from Toronto to battle on through that. Take another map here from Crazy Raccoon. Gonna need to take a few more, though, to make this series interesting.
Reverse sweep starts now for Toronto Ultra. Second map loss of Crazy Raccoon, like you said, but now, Matt, now is their time to choose. Lenny cheesing on the stage, of course, you've got to be happy. Taking down one of the best rosters of all time. Let's toss to the studio, though. They can break that one down further. Guys, can Toronto Ultra find the reverse sweep?
Jake?
Yes, guys, this is the beginning of the comeback. Toronto Ultra, they brought it together. They found their way through. It's the Bastion, it's the Sigma, the comp no one saw coming. The NA ranked special is going to deliver. Toronto Ultra, the comeback starts now. Guys?
I think 15 seconds of a blind pick to counter Wrecking Ball, that's all Toronto Ultra need to take it all the way. It doesn't matter that there's multiple loser picks on the side of Crazy Raccoon going forward, because if they can just cheese their way through another 3 maps without any hiccups whatsoever, should be.
Jokes aside, McGravy, this one was ridiculous. We thought Crazy Raccoon were going to allow them to push 120 meters just to take it all the way back and steal victory away from Toronto Ultra. Talk me through the final moments, though. Who clutched up? How did Toronto Ultra walk away with this dub?
I think Crazy Raccoon kind of just over-gambled to the fact that they thought once they had flipped the lead that it was over, but Toronto Ultra still had all of their ultimates. But yeah, I love the Sigma Bastion, even if it were a little bit of a troll to start. It reminds me a little of the Overwatch League Grand Finals. That's a composition we abused to steal a championship in a 4-0 fashion, so there is merit to playing this comp, no pun intended. No pun intended. But yeah, I mean, Toronto Ultra, they have to be happy. You heard Sugar Free in the interview. He wanted his one map, and he got it.
I want Crazy Raccoons. We're going to wipe them in one map. You got your one, Sugar Free. You got your one. Congratulations to Toronto Ultra. Hunter, why is this bad news that you just won if you're Toronto?
Because now Crazy Raccoon, they can pick to their absolute strength. They will get the first ban. Toronto Ultra now, for every map so far, they've been able to set the pace. They've been able to go to the map that they want. They've been able to ban first and dictate the bans. Now the ball is in Crazy Raccoon's court, and they get to control the pace.
If you are the coach of Crazy Raccoon, are you trying to bring out your A game, your 100% here, your 110%, and send Toronto packing with a little bit of pain? Or are you okay with this going into a Game 5, knowing you have several more opportunities here in the best of 7?
I mean, you take an L, you lose one map, whatever. You already lost one map this tournament. It wasn't going to be perfect anyway. I got to hand it to Toronto Ultra. It's well played, well cheesed, but we're going to maps that I just don't think you can cheese. To be honest, I think right now, Crazy Raccoon, take us to an Icon Wall, take us to a Hollywood, classic Overwatch maps, force the Winston dive. You even got band control, so you ban out the Bastion. Get rid of that. What else you got, Toronto Ultra?
Shout out to all the Brontos in the chat powering Toronto to a Game 5. But now Crazy Raccoon gets to decide where we're going. McGravy, if you were going to choose one of these maps, where do you feel the Raccoons are most dangerous?
I feel like you just take them to Hollywood. You saw the dive mirror once. Toronto had made those swaps and said, yeah, we'll take the Winston mirror. We have a 120-meter lead. They blew it. Why wouldn't you take them to Hollywood?
I like that call on Hollywood. Would we see more Genji from Heesang? Because that's been the highlight of my day.
It could be. I think with Winston's on the field, the Tracer much more flexible, very difficult matchup for the Genji. Right now, Toronto Ultra needs to give all of their energy to Merit. This guy is the Iceman. He can be the only player I've ever seen pop off like this with his back against the wall. His team's getting destroyed, and he's still delivering kills. That's like your prayer right now for Toronto Ultra. You got to believe, because Merit has not given up. You are not allowed to give up until Merit is done.
I love that call, and we are asking, can you give an MVP award to the losing team? Merit is trying his heart out regardless of the situation. He's had some insane picks, especially on the aggressive Widow. It's always easier to be the defending Widow, but he was making stuff happen. There on push, you saw what he can do with the Ashe. Do we see an Ashe ban?
An Ashe ban would be very potent for the Crazy Raccoons. As we've talked about, Merit is probably the scariest thing on the side of Toronto Ultra to shut him down, take out this very strong pick, and Ashe is very good on hybrid. That could be a high-value pick for the Crazy Raccoons.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what the coach has banned. For now, though, we do know the map Moon is locking in. Let's head to Germany for Eichenwald. Did you see this one coming, McGravy?
Yeah, I mean, it's within the realm of possibility, like Jake said. I just think you stay away from Midtown. You just keep the double flex off the board. You keep it honest. Some clean, honest Overwatch, I think is what Crazy Raccoon wants.
We all love some clean Overwatch, Jake.
This is just confident. I mean, I think this is the least cheesable of all of the hybrid maps. Hollywood, second and third point are pretty stable for dive, but first, I've seen some tricky Sigma, Bastion, Torb type cheeses work out and hit full holds, and you want to just take that off the board here for Crazy Raccoon. Simple, honest gameplay. There's pure strength on the side of Crazy Raccoon, and that's what they want to close this series out.
Here we go, back into the Kadir Arena. You can see Crazy Raccoon is on match point. Toronto stole game number 4. But we can find out if they will close this out and walk away with the $400,000 and put their key in that trophy. It's been a ridiculous weekend, and here could potentially be the final ban. They're just protecting their supports, right?
Oh, styling on them.
Definitely a support protection ban right here with the Lifeweaver. I don't think anyone was expecting to see a Lifeweaver come out on the side of Toronto Ultra. So for sure, this is a support protection.
And on the other side, they say no Winston for you. Jake, you said this is styling on them. Talk to me about that.
Well, I think you could have banned the BAP, honestly. That was the ban I was expecting because not only does it protect your supports and make a dive mirror stronger, but RuPaul, one of his best heroes is the BAP. It's a hero that kind of enables a lot of these cheeses.
We've seen a comp from Crazy Raccoon where they play the Orisa BAP rig on that first point defense, so maybe they're trying to keep that as a viable option for them.
Good point.
And of course, we've seen some huge clutches from some electric cowboys on this point, eh? Who's got the better Cassidy on this map?
Man, with the way Merritt's playing, it's honestly hard to say. They're both elite at the character, but I think Lip might wake up. Listen, you got your map, but I'm Lip. I'm potentially one of the best players to ever play the game. I'm in the GOAT conversation. It's my turn to take over.
It's time to head to Germany. Mac, Jaws, take it away.
Thanks, Pocket. Yes, Eichenwalde is the map. Map choice by Crazy Raccoon. Oh, they can close this out with just this one. Lifeweaver ban.
That Lifeweaver ban.
Yeah,
I mean, that is...
Come on now.
It's massive.
It's pretty sick.
Lifeweaver is never going to be played.
Nah.
No, it's just a little bit of a, it's like a protection and then also a little bit of a shenanigans there from Crazy Raccoon. But I think they want to continue to play these dive-centric compositions. I think like how the desk was talking. Don't want to go to Midtown. That kind of enables some more of that type of play style. Take it here to Eichenwalde, where you can play all-out aggressive.
Monkey ban equal ball time, or maybe not. Alga, okay. Okay.
So look, they probably have a good read that they're going to play Sigma on defense, right? If Winston's gone, what else are you going to see them go to? And this is a comp for Crazy Raccoon that has been so good against Sigma-based compositions.
Sugarfree maybe anticipating the Wrecking Ball here and just locking in the Sombra to start us off with. Slowly making their way, small rotations. Nice Suzu onto the Mauga. Unfortunately didn't cancel that rock, but his charge into the back line, look at that. The damage is overwhelming. Someone is still alive and well. Even if Flip gets a double kill here, this Crazy Raccoon still need to close this one out.
You're going to have Junbin now coming off a spawn. Lip on the point here, just kind of contesting is, I feel like just kind of these spread out fights definitely favors Crazy Raccoon. Look at this, Junbin now going to come back on the Zarya. So the Zarya we've seen get a decent amount of play here, throughout EWC, mostly with Adventure in the mix, but can still kind of play it here, with those double bubbles onto these flankers.
I'm very surprised. Okay, Sugarfree's now changing over to the Mei. Pulse bomb on the shield. Still a lot of damage onto someone, actually. Yeah, look at that.
He's saying dashes on through, not going to make it out with his life, but still, they want to play it fast as Lip somehow, I don't know how he takes out Merritt before he falls. I mean, that is crazy.
They're going to get a free push here. They're not going to get halted at this gate. Jumping on a little rotation of tanks as well on the Doom.
Any tank with mobility.
Oh.
That's a sleep. What follow-up do you have, though?
Shoot deads. Nano not available, but Heesang probably doesn't need it, to be honest with you. Oh, Vega taken to the skies. Easily dodged by Heesang. Quick step to the left, but no resets for the Genji.
Yes, now Toronto starting to put together some defense as Vega able to come up clutch there with a big captive son. Just kind of stay alive from Heesang. Let's go to a listen in here with the Toronto Ultra to see if they can come up clutch on deep.
Get you on me.
Power on top, by the way.
Get the guy on top, I think. I got back up.
I can carry you, man. 2 seconds, 2 seconds.
You don't main on that.
No, I'm not with you, Merritt. Widow one. I'm here. Do on me. I don't care. Alright. Ham, you lied? Lucio one. Lucio one. Oh, buddy! Okay. Oh, what the fuck? Get you one. Nice. Anybody gonna comment on Vega dying to Widow twice?
Bro, he's hiding.
And Ham lying about B.
No, I got two.
There's a Doom here.
Not my fault.
Did they carry?
They's B. They have carry. Carry Doom.
Yeah.
They wanna go for 100%.
Yeah. Be careful, Hook.
Taking it, what?
They on the
Point. Pick up Hook. Jump point. Get it. Nice. I'm touching point. I don't.
All right, my favorite kind of comms there. Are we going to call out Vega for dying to Widow twice?
Yes. Not really much that he could do, right? You know, Lip with those jump shots, such a long range. Blizzard in play here. So jumping on the cart, getting the cart moving towards its final push here towards the castle.
Look how aggressive they're playing. I mean, RuPaul dead to just the slam. Big resets for Heesang. Oh, dashes into the wall. A little unlucky, but they're still getting the payload going.
Yeah, and they're in a really good spot to actually just kind of get it across the line, right? I don't think there's really going to be any type of contest here.
Blizzard, maybe.
Toronto Ultra, that's going to be Shu using the Kitsune Rush, but they don't come out and challenge.
Yeah, as soon as they hear that rush going down, they're like, nope. Let's back off. Let's go again. We can chill. Chill super far up in the gate now, actually, with the jumping and shooter.
Yeah, I would have loved to maybe hold on to that rush, right? You know, for when you're kind of coming around the inside, but they're actually just going to play Ana instead. So maybe figured, all right, we're going to make some changes in general. Do you play the Widow here? The Widow's probably pretty tough towards this end of the map.
Yeah, I mean, no nano. Oh, look. Merit is 1 HP. I'm not sure how he managed to get healed up so quickly, but what was that? Junbin! Just a double meteor strike kill, just casually.
Yeah, both supports just running away there for Toronto Ultra, and the meteor strike just lands right on top of their heads. It's a double support ult here for Toronto, but you're going to have sound barrier here. It's kind of that. Well, Lip's still playing the Widow here, the inside part of the map.
This is crazy. It's an insane place to play the Widow, but honestly, if it's Lip, I trust him. Take anybody would in this situation. You're not wrong, Matt. Double DPS ult, but got to steal with this sound barrier first. Vega is super low. Nano boost onto Lenny, looking for Lip. He's trying to pay attention to it, but Lip just kind of dodges out the way, and he's chilling. And also still kills one.
The Sugar Free realizes he has to get back to the payload, right? To try and kind of contest this, that if someone falls, he's the only one kind of preventing it from going on through.
Someone's going to touch. Someone's going to touch.
The boot back there from Chorong allows them to get it over the line. 236 in the bank.
It looked a little bit slow on the second point, but that time back more than makes up for it. 230. See what a Toronto Ultra can do. I wonder if Sugar Free again is going to roll out on the Sombra. Let's take a quick replay. A couple of clips here from Merit through the grating of the castle doors. Getting some insane picks on the Widow.
Yeah, Lip playing the Widow even throughout the last stage of the map. Just, I mean,
look at that, man.
Yeah, that's the double meteor strike. I mean, that's where they got the Blizzard in there too. I mean, yeah, RuPaul's like, I don't know.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know what happened, man.
We do. So this is something the desk brought up, that they were playing the Orisa BAP break combination here on defense. Ultra, is this something we see, Jack? Ramatra Rush with a Reaper in the mix? I mean, that is it's a bit of a throwback there.
Ain't no way, surely.
It's like the zombie comp, if you remember back to like, I know Dallas Fuel, right? I know they were playing, I believe it was like a different tank at the time. They were playing the Kariko, but I know really around this Reaper, getting the Reaper in position.
Surely. Looks like they're doing it. Reaper May. This Pharah is gonna feast.
The Ashe could potentially feast as well, right? Dynamites, you know, getting big ticking damage on players just running on in.
Uh-oh. Well, that's exactly the person you want to go for. Lamp deployed, Vega already dead. They do trade supports, but unfortunately for Shu, those Exo's boots don't go all the way to the moon where he would have been safe.
Yeah, but how they deal with Heesang though?
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
He just runs into me. Actually,
just takes him out on the Reaper there as over by the point. Junbin battling, he will fall. So Lip
I mean, Lim could probably kill both, though, I'm going to be honest with you, but this close to combat, oh, he still does it. Oh, he's just so good.
He almost killed Vega.
I know. Disgusting, but all good. I mean, that's a really nice rush play there from Toronto Ultra. Sugar Free changing over to Sombra, not sticking on the Reaper. There's absolutely no way on this point you can make that work.
Yeah, but like how Andre was saying, like, okay, how far can they get with, you know, quote-unquote cheese, I guess, right? You know, playing these types of comps and then end up kind of taking it as Sugar Free just laughing as he's playing the Sombra.
And the Sombra is really good against the Doom. If you can land a hack and then a little Vortex, your history, speaking of which, that was close.
As this is where they should have a tough time breaking through this doorway, right? You have this Coalescence you're kind of holding on to, but the Moira not really providing you know, much, right? So probably just want to get used to this Coalescence and switch over to something like a Bap or an Ana.
Yeah, who are you calling here? Everybody's got so much high mobility, or they're like high ground. Merit looking for somebody, but everybody knows that grapple shot at that point. Nice virus on Chorong. Well, that's the setup. Hack somebody, hit the virus, and then instantly use that Coalescence. Lib taking care of Merit in this Bob is providing a lot of support for Crazy Raccoon. And the barrage too, just playing so aggro.
He has Sugar Free though, with RuPaul and someone are just kind of like roaming around the map, just taking out like one target at a time.
Heesang playing far out of the range of the rest of the team as we see Merit on Cassidy. Trying to put pressure on Heesang here so we can't get away with murder. Oh, but unfortunately, speaking of which, Vega down.
Yes, top castle control still here for Crazy Raccoon and now Merit. I mean, this has been a little bit chaotic, right? You know, it's just kind of kills being traded out on both teams. Power block here as Junbin's hacked like in the spawn, backing up towards it. So Shu and Crazy Raccoon, they will back up. They have this nano to use here coming up next. So Toronto though making some pretty good progress.
What if Junbin changes? Close to the Meteor Strike again, so maybe not. And they can get nano too. Even just kind of getting this EMP out with the Doomfist just existing, maybe that's kind of the play.
They have the nano here as well, so just trying to keep line of sight on Junbin.
Oh, there's the nano boost onto the high ground. They went a little bit wide, but Sugar Free chased down. Vega 1 HP as Heesang just cleaves him from low to high.
I don't think they hit anything with the Captive Sun either, as now they're just trying to body block someone. Prevent him from getting back to the rest of the team, and they do so. So, like we were talking about, RuPaul making a change, right? Don't want to play that Moira for a very long time. We'll play the Ana here.
Way better at dealing with the Doom.
Yes, just a way better pick overall. And they'll combo that with actually moving away from the Alari. One of the first times, you know, really rare times that, you know, when it's in play, they move away from it.
You can basically CC chain the Doom as well. If you land asleep, then you get a hack and then a virus, and then you might be able to take him out because he can't insta-punch away.
RuPaul's very dead.
Uh-oh, backline, watch out. Oh, well, RuPaul's dead.
Yep.
Meteor Strike, insta-kill on the Ana.
He tried. I know it was a seismic slam from Junbin, gets right on top of him, and then RuPaul goes for the sleep, but it's the Meteor Strike hit straight away. 6 sleep there from Shu.
Man, there's 2 minutes to go.
This looks like
EMP?
It's a solo EMP there onto Shu.
He gets the kill, but Chorong has rally, so if they need like the get out of jail free card, like escape button, they can use it. Again, surely this is Sugar Free swapping off of the Sombra, going Tracer potentially. Good rock.
Yeah, I mean that's a solo EMP, and you're just getting a kill there onto the Ana, and you don't really have teammates. Not really going to result in much.
Another good sleep. Oh, post next to him too. Oh, a masterclass Ana performance from Shu. Who's really surprised? I am not.
It was like
Lux on the Ana. Oh, the stun from the rally. From bad to worse, Toronto Ultra are just getting picked apart.
There was 3:30 on the clock at one point. I mean, now they are in the opposing team's spawn with a minute and 20 to go. Now we're going to see Ash from Merit. It's kind of been his go-to throughout the entire event.
Just Send him bobbing too. Play at the spawn doors, why not? Someone's on Doomfist, intercept naded. Matt.
Yeah, it's got to be brutal here because Toronto, obviously, you win that last map. You kind of keep it close throughout some of these, but
don't let him get away. Stop letting him get away with this.
And is just it's starting to get ugly. And I will say for Ultra, this is obviously a big step up from where they were in Dallas, right? Did not have a great showing in Dallas. Came in here, played extremely well at EWC, but I mean, this is just a different team in Crazy Raccoon right now.
And the Payload's been moving back this whole time as well, so they're going to have to reclaim that space. Nano boost, insta-kill onto Shu. Okay, here it is, Toronto Ultra. They are in this. They just got to find these Crazy Raccoon players that are just in the backline right now. Payload's been touched as well.
Junmin's still here.
He's out.
He's long gone. He's still in the spawn.
Fake it down. That was their rush.
And he was on the bot contesting, and this is going to be a nano here on to Junbin.
Overtime's in session now. Toronto Ultra need to get back to that point in time. They do manage to punch their way there. But someone is super low. This rush to get out, I think this might be it, Matt. Overtime's ticking down, and Crazy Raccoon have done it. They are your Overwatch 2 Esports World Cup champions. A legendary roster. Rookies, veterans, and an unbelievable streak of wins. I've only lost 2 maps this tournament, one against Toronto Ultra, one against Team Falcons. Vega with a big smile on his face. It was going to be an upwards hill battle against some of the most dominant players that we've seen over the last few years.
Yeah, Toronto put up a great run throughout the Esports World Cup, but Crazy Raccoon just, I mean, losing 2 maps the entire event, both of them here today. Perfect up until this morning where they played against Falcons, but in the finals, I mean, they just displayed that they are just a different beast.
They're key now. They get to not only crush Toronto's, but they get to cement themselves in history now. That giant prize pool and an adoring crowd too. We saw Milos down on the stage, Matt. It was pretty divided, it really was, and I think Toronto Ultra have garnered a lot of fans. They have throughout the time in OWCS as well. Of course, America's last kind of hopes to stay in the competition after taking Zeta Division down.
Just an unbelievable performance. I don't know who beats them in Overwatch 2.
Absolutely not. There's the key now inserted. They're getting there. They'll do it.
They're trying to figure out how to get it in, but once they do, this has been their toughest opponent thus far.
Danny, a little help. Their toughest opponent definitely inserting the key. Need a little bit more help by the looks of things. A lot of fans in the audience, like we mentioned before.
So, man, just a dominant performance falling short here.
Their hands are sweating, their hands are sweating. They're a bit nervous, it's all good. And Crazy Raccoon are your Overwatch 2 Esports World Cup champions.